And as the director of nursing with the Hamilton Township Division of Health, I had an employee who was impaired for a long time, and we kept making excuses. And finally, her impairment became so obvious. She would bounce off walls, fall asleep during a clinic. I removed her from working in the clinics. I wouldn't allow her to do anything when it came to lifting babies or anything that she had to have physically done with babies. I ended up having all her work checked. I was wrong. I should have reported her the minute I thought she was impaired. So finally, I had counseled her many times. I made her provide me with a list of medications she was taking, which she was gone to several doctors getting paid medication from all of them, telling me she had severe migraines. It was always something. But migraines were the most, and that she could not function or come to work without taking something. So I knew that it would never end. And we were meeting with the union and administration the next day, and I decided that I'd had enough, and I called the Board of Nursing, and there is an immediate response from the Board of Nursing. I had memorialized everything in a report, and I had sent that report to the Board of Nursing. And once they read that, they contacted me immediately and said, either she refers herself into RAMP, and that's the Recovery and Monitoring Program, or the next day, and this was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the next day, because she wasn't in, the assistant district attorney would be sent down to our facility. Her option was, I said, I've taken a step. You're obviously impaired often and all the time, and I cannot have you working I had already removed her from working in clinics or anything. I said, but I can't trust your work, and you cannot work as an impaired nurse. That's all there is to it. And so here's your options. And I told her, if she doesn't self-refer into the RAMP program, that the ADA would be down that day, and she knew. If you self-refer in and get involved in the program, you can preserve your license. The woman said she cannot work again. She cannot go back. She referred herself under duress into the RAMP program. She didn't believe she had a problem. She did not believe that she was impaired. She did not believe that, couldn't believe that we were doing this to her. And she was removed, and within a week, because if she didn't do everything they said, they took her license away from her. They put her into this facility in Florida. She was doing okay. Then I retired, and all of a sudden she came back, and I said, how's she doing? Well, they thought at first that she was okay, and that but then they said nothing's really changed. And eventually, her urine tests were not good, and she retired because she was losing her license. And I don't know what happened to her since that.
So if you could have gone back and acted differently, what would you have done?
I would have reported her earlier.
Mm-hmm. Did you personally have a relationship with her? Or?
Oh yeah, it's really hard. That's what took me so long. I had worked with her for probably over 21 years, more.